Hi everyone, welcome to Prevention Education, the podcast that teaches you everything about prevention. Thanks for listening, and let's get started. Everyone, welcome back to another Prevention Education episode. As always, I'm your host, Kylie, and I am a prevention specialist for Preferred Family Healthcare. And today I have Jessica Wolf with me. So Jessica, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Jessica Wolf, and I am the school-based prevention manager with the S.P.I.R.I.T program with Preferred Family Healthcare.
Yes, awesome. So we'll get into our intro question today. And our intro question is, if you had to write a book tomorrow, what would you write it about?
Oh,
I know this
I
is
would,
really hard.
okay, I have a good one. I just thought of it. So
Okay.
I would probably write, which I wish I would have done already anyway. I wish I would have journaled all the funny things that my kids have said over the years. My 7-year-old is so comical, and he just says it how it is. And some things come out nice, some things don't. And I just wish I would have a recording or a thing of everything that, both of my kids have done, because it would be, I'm sure, so funny, and it would be a top seller.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm just going to start that
Yes.
when my baby can talk.
Do it. Write down everything. Maybe not when they pee and poop and every diaper you change, but write down everything else.
Yes.
You
That's
won't
what
regret it.
my husband actually does that for me. If I say something like ridiculous, which happens kind of often, he goes to his phone and he has a note all about what I say. And he has to put context in there because sometimes it makes no sense. But there's like a whole notes page on things that I say. And they
That
are
is
not smart.
hilarious. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yes.
You're gonna have to get him back at some time, though.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh, I will. I think I would write a book. One of the things that I'm most passionate about is kids in the hospital. And I think I would write a book trying to just convince everyone why they should help with kids in the hospital setting. Because I have so many stories of just like really amazing experiences with patients. And I would love for everyone to hear that because they're just some are, some are sad, some are happy, some are funny, but I would just absolutely love to put all my experiences from that in a book. I think that'd be really cool.
That is awesome. That's one thing I love about you and your passion with that. I think that is amazing. Because not
Thank you.
everybody has that. I'll be honest, not everybody has that instinct or like that. I don't know. For me, I find it kind of I feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what to say, and I have so much empathy and sympathy for these people, but I don't know always what to say, and then I feel like I end up saying something uneducated or not right or not proper. I don't know, it's because I'm not comfortable with it. I'm sure once you do it, you become more comfortable, just like with everything else. But yeah, I love that you can do that, because that is something that I
means a lot.
So that's awesome.
They make it easy. They really do. I absolutely love helping the kids. They're just such joys. They always are so happy, even though they go through some of the hardest things in life. And they just, I don't know, they always just want a little best friend. So I'm like, I'm here. I'll be your little bestie for however long you want me to be. I'm there.
Love
So,
it.
yes. Okay, so today's topic is what Jessica likes about her job. And Jessica has a really cool, I think pretty unique job that I don't think a lot of people do what you do. Um, and so do you kind of want to describe a little bit of what you do for your job, and then we'll get into what specific things you like about it?
Absolutely. So we do school-based prevention services. We teach an evidence-based universal prevention curriculum into school districts. And so we are in several school districts around Knox County. Our office is housed in Knox County in Edina. And we kind of do the surrounding counties with school-based prevention services. But we go in and teach a curriculum. At Knox, we do Peace Builders, so it's all year long. And so you hit every student. I hit every student twice a month. At other schools, we do the Too Good for Drugs program, and it's 10 weeks long. So once a week for 10 weeks, and then we're out. And we hit every student. And so we do prevention work, primary prevention work. And so, yeah, I love working with the kids in the school. We're not, we get called teachers a lot. So I would consider us a teacher because we teach them. I would consider us a specials teacher is kind of how I look at us. We're specialized in prevention, and we go in and educate youth.
Yeah. Yes. And I would argue too that you guys come in with some of the very applicable educational material to just life. And not that they're learning a lot, but some of the stuff that prevention teaches, you know it for your whole life and you can use it your entire life. So I think it's really cool what you guys do. You guys have really awesome jobs that make a huge difference in these kids' lives, and you might not see it and they might not look like they're paying attention, but I know that these kids are getting it. They're soaking in the information that you're giving them, and they're choosing every day whether they want to be substance free or not, and kind of what path they want to go on in life. So yeah, you guys do amazing work. I absolutely love hearing the stories that you guys have, or seeing pictures that you guys are just in a school, teaching kids, and they're smiling and they're having fun. I just think it's the coolest thing. So,
So fun. And that's the thing I love about a job is a lot of times if we weren't there, then they may not know that information. They may never hear prevention messaging. And I feel like it's so important because as parents, you may not, some individuals live in homes that substance abuse is very prominent, or there's a lot of substance abuse history, and it's important that we are there to educate those kids as well, along with kids who don't have that history, but they need to understand that it's important that you don't to reduce the first use to reduce use in youth. Say that quickly.
yeah, that's tricky.
But reducing that age of first onset, where they're not starting at a young age, and the risk of addiction is less if and all of that stuff. And so they may not know the dangers. They don't understand how alcohol impairs our brain, and your decision part of your brain's not even developed yet. But yet, if you drink underage, that's the first to be impaired when you are drinking. And there's just so much stuff that I just had this conversation at a school yesterday, and a girl was like, really? And we looked at the brain, and they're like, and this was a sixth grader, and she's like, yeah, she's like, I'm never using that stuff. And so I just love hearing these conversations. Now, not everybody will have that attitude, but if I can make an impact, that's what I'm here for. And I just love that part because they are intrigued, and a lot of these individuals don't, but they're going to be exposed to it. They're going to be peer pressure. That's what we're talking about, peer pressure, and how to have a plan and a strategy to help reduce that. Whenever they do get that peer pressure, they can respond to it, and not get involved.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also really important because sometimes parents don't know this information either. And so the kids might go home, and then when they're asked, what'd you learn today? They're like, oh, yeah, I learned that this part of your brain is affected by this when this happens. And sometimes parents might be like, oh, like, that's really interesting. Maybe I'll look more into that. Or it just might kickstart something in their house that might not have ever been talked about before. And now it's a conversation that's going on that they're able to potentially educate their parents on it, which is just so cool that kids can come home and teach their parents stuff. But it's kind of like a cycle, which is it just starts
Exactly.
with you guys telling them about it, and then it goes on.
Well, I think alcohol use, even because that's still one of our top substance, use in youth. And so it's almost, in some communities, it's rite of passage. Some adults don't think it's that big of a deal. We did it, we survived, it's not a big deal. And so it's that rite of passage. So really trying to change the youth's mindset on, hey, this is exactly what could happen. This has happened. This is what's happened. You're not some special person that this may not happen to. And so everything, bad things happen whenever we're involved in using alcohol underage or of age, in matter of fact. But so anyway, just educating the parents too and reaching out. This is why, alcohol prevention is so important because, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What are some other things you like about your job?
Okay, so the one of the things that I love that keeps me in my job is just the kids. I love working with the kids. That's my primary passion, is working with youth and building those connections and those relationships with the individuals and the kids that I serve. And of course, I love it the most when I get pretty cute little drawings that say like, I drew you this, Miss Wolf. And this was from a second grader. I'm not going to tell you where from, but he just drew me a picture and it's the cutest thing. And then a third grader, I've gotten lots of notes. I have a note over here that I wanted to show too. It says like, you're the best, Mrs. Wolf. Oh yeah, here's one. It was like my second time being in the classroom. And I'm like, at this school, and I was like, oh, like I'm really not that good, but I do love you guys. No. And it just says you are the best. And she just sent me this little sticky note. She was a third grader, and this one says, she put Miss Wolf and did like a acrostic poem, and it says, mighty, strong, wise, ownership, leader, female. It was so cute. I don't know if they did these in class or if she did it on her own time, but it was so cute. So yeah, I love getting artwork. It brightens my day, and I save them. And usually at the end of the year, I put them on like a bulletin board until the end of the year, and then we start the next year. But yeah, I love getting and just working with kids and trying to make a difference in their lives. And because we talked about this, when kids have an adult to seek up to and look up to, it's been proven that they're more successful. And so that's kind of what I'm there for. Yes, my job and teaching the curriculum is so important, but just being that caring individual that they can look up to and maybe go to if they need help. And then I could reach out to school personnel, for assistance as well. And so I don't know, I just feel like we're a huge resource for the school. And that's what I love about my job.
Yeah. And I think it speaks volumes of who you are or to who you are and what you do that these kids create you that kind of stuff. Like they don't do that just for anyone, in my opinion. Like they do it for people that are making a difference in their life and that matter to them. And so I just think that speaks volumes to how well you do your job and how much you care for these kids. So
I do.
yeah,
I love them.
thank you for all your work. I don't think people tell you guys that enough, but you're amazing in your field. You really are. Um, is there kind of anything else you want to share about your job, what you like about it, or just like a simple closing statement? You want to share anything?
If you ever want to get involved in prevention or in the S.P.I.R.I.T program, if we ever have a job opening, we're constantly looking for funding to expand our services because, of course, we know how important it is. I'm passionate about it. So get involved, reach out, apply for a job. We would love to have you on board if you are a passionate individual to helping kids, working with youth, and you have a great attitude. That's what I just need somebody with a great attitude. So we don't have any job openings right now, but we're constantly looking for funding, writing for grants to get positions. And so hopefully in the future, we will have opportunities to expand our services, and always keep, follow our page so you can see these openings. And yeah.
Yes, I think that's a wonderful statement. Yeah, we love having passionate people on our team. So yeah, if you are one of those people, or if you just maybe, I don't know, we've never really done this, but if you want to like volunteer with us and help us on the side to create some stuff, I'm sure we could try to figure something out on that end. But yeah, reach out to us. We love when people are passionate about kids because they're the future. and it's really important to pour into them. So,
Yes.
yes. Well,
Thank you for
Jessica,
having
thank
me,
you.
Kylie.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And I hope our listeners appreciate it as well. And if you're listening, be sure to email us if you have any questions. So jwolf@pfh.org, or you can email moprevention@pfh.org. Our website is pfh.org/prevention. I'm saying pfh.org way too many times and prevention too many times, but and then our social media is at PFH Prevention. So you can find us on you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And we'd be happy to help you in any way that we can. So be sure to reach out to us. But yes, thank you for listening, and we hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into our podcast. Remember to follow us on social media at PFH Prevention. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Spotify, and more podcasting platforms. And make sure to email us at moprevention@pfh.org with any questions, and feel free to call us at 660-627-7404. Thanks for joining us, and have a great day.